getting your ass in shape, perform for these recordings yet again. Trying to get this set up right. Sheesh, come on, man, work with me. We just gonna break this one down real quick, too, because this is one. Because you know I'm the spirit coach, so I coach from the spirit to the physical. It's that, not like the spirit, the coaches y'all be dealing with, the physical to the spirit. All right, so while overeating can be a sin, simply put, remember my last video I was telling you is pretty much all about character. And you know, when your body do crave a certain amount of food, usually it know what it want. It know how much it want. It know exactly the right portion and shit like that. And, you know, because a lot of times it's a mental thing, and that mental attraction, you know what I'm saying, will give you in your mind, if you visualize it on what you can eat, you know, you're going to get that idea depending on what space you can be in. So sometimes that idea may be heavy. Sometimes that idea may be a little lighter food because you may be doing lighter things. Well, things that require you to be in a lighter space mentally. So why it could be a sin is anytime, you know, and let me also clear up with a sin. A sin is just something you get lost in. So you misunderstand your original starting point and you got lost in that sin and stuff like that. So like I said, a lot of times when you are hungry and stuff like that, you know exactly what you need. Now, America and places like when you do buy food and shit like that, a lot of times they gonna give you more than what you probably wanted for the most part. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they gonna probably give you more than what you probably wanted. Once you get that more of what you probably wanted, you know what I'm saying, you're not thinking about, it becomes a sin when you're not thinking about it in an aspect of what you actually needed to be prepared to do for whatever idea or godly idea that you had on your mind as a concept to carry out through the rest of the day. So if you eat too much, you know what I'm saying, and based on America, since they feed off y'all and they depend on y'all to be kind of bogged down and not have ideas, because they'll give y'all a portion, y'all overindulge in that portion. And at that point, once you overindulge in that portion, you know what I'm saying, you're not feeding what you originally came, your original thought of how much you need. So they do that with food. They do that with a lot of things that y'all can be excessive. So let's not just take eating into the physical, but it's eating with everything. As far as your thoughts, you could be overeating mentally. You could be overeating emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You know how much you had to say, but you know you can't cut that conversation short because you're not mentally strong to walk away. That'll be like overeating mentally. You know what I'm saying? You know how much you should be petty to make her understand, but you go the extra mile to be petty because, you know, you want just the person that get the point, you want them to feel even more less because they get the point, but you still harbor some shit where you made them get the point emotionally, but you're not finished yet. So that would be like overly eating emotionally. And then, you know what I'm saying, like all the way down to the physical, where, you know, when we talking about buying into a certain character, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, the women gonna be more connected to food anyway and stuff. So they can naturally eat more than us and be in that space. You know, some can't, you know, it really depends on the spirit, but for the most part, you know, since they're comfortable with pleasing the flesh is kind of more connected to the feelings and stuff like that. So they're gonna feel better. Men, we more so get connected to our ideas and shit like that. And, you know, we feel good when we're in our idea. So when we're in our idea, we may not want to eat as much because we know if we're not going to be able to execute that idea if we do that if we overeat. Now, a woman is supposed to make you feel comfortable with certain things as a man. Like, okay, you can take some time out to eat. You know what I'm saying? You could take some time out to have pleasure. You could take some time out to indulge a little bit. A man not necessarily thinking about these things, but a woman is, and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not to get lost into what she do. You still a man at the end of the day, so you still got to uphold, you know what I'm saying, your part and your moderation in that. So yes, it could be a sin because it's not in moderation. So when things ain't done in moderation, you know what I'm saying, you end up sacrificing what you came for that. So the reason why people have in spirituality, spiritual concepts like Yoruba and shit like that, and sacrificing to the altar is supposed to represent that. You know what I'm saying? In a way, you know what I'm saying? You sacrificing that to your God. You know what I'm saying?